Alrighty, boys and squirrels. I mean, girls. Sharp Customs. We're rolling. I wanted to get this video in before midnight. But it's Friday night. It was June the 7th. But now it's the 8th. Obviously. It's like 12:03. Hey. Come along for the ride. We're rolling. Thought I'd let y'all know that. Yes, I'm having a beverage and I don't care. I'll probably put it down. So, tonight's discussion is, or update, or review, or whatever you want to call it. I got this little Maximate V10P lathe mill combo. So yesterday I was making some parts. Obviously you can see I've got the mill head off. It's sitting right there. It's all apart. So basically I was milling. I can show you what I was milling. See, look at that. I set my bevy down. I set it down. So basically these little wheel hubs, they hold bearings, the axle, the wheel, the little metal piece that the dog bone goes in, and it moves up and down with your, your control arms. So basically, I was milling out these square blocks of aluminum. I plan on, I'm not going to duplicate this 100%. I'm going to leave them, more aluminum, more solid. I don't feel the need to, I don't need to take them down that thin. They just need to serve the purpose, so I can hook control arms to them for the, basically I guess the axles for one of the RC cars, obviously. So basically in the mill head of the emco Maximate, they have 3 steel gears, 3 fiber gears. The fiber gears, I call it phenolic. I'm not really too sure what other people call it. It's just a hardened material. And here we can see, if I lift this one up, you can see you got metal, and then you've got the fiber material. And that's steel, fiber material. That's the big gear. We got another one that sits on this shaft, and then we've got another one that goes on the motor shaft. Of course, these little dogs in here, that's what I call them. They're basically what controls your speeds by moving the gears up and down. As you can see, a little piece of bronze on the end, which is kind of just sitting there on a pin. But anyhow, a couple of the gears I can show you over here. A couple of the gears. Basically this one, there's the fiber material. You can see, yeah, there's no teeth left on it. That was on this little one here. This one is the one that slides up and down the motor shaft. So this gear was kind of on there. Goes on the spline. No good anymore. This is the other one. You can see there's teeth missing. But I was lucky enough to still have a few teeth here. And as you can see, I used my my plasticine, made an impression of that gear. Had to bounce it around a few times, and I made a resin gear. Now I'm not going to use this gear, but what I am going to do is, and I know I'm going to get flack for it, but I'm going to use basically this resin gear because both these gears are identical, which is kind of a bonus. So basically I am going to sandcast aluminum gears to go on this piece and go on this piece. Hopefully gets me back up and running on the mill. so I can keep making parts, because that was, you know, kind of a downer that I got this block and I got another block partially done, you know, for my rear wheel hubs for this project right here, which is coming along fairly quickly. It's another GT40. Yes, quarter scale GT40. Did this body. I've got it somewhat fit. This is going to hinge, this piece here, the back, to expose the motor. We can set that aside. You can see I've got the motor. I put a floor. It's just plywood. It's all fiberglassed in. I got the firewall in the back. I've got a whole pan all the way through, right to the front. I'll show you the front in a second. But my idea is to basically design aluminum plates off of these two bolts and this section back here, and run my control arms off of those. I'm going to make my own control arms along with, you know, these blocks that hold the wheel hubs. I have the hub on the outside. I have the other piece here. I got the dog bones to go there. I'm going to have to measure that stuff all out, make it all work, drill it, cut it, you know, fit it, get bolts, probably make bronze bushings, and this will just move up and down for the suspension. As far as the motor is bolted to the wood. I can lift it. As you can see, it's attached. 2 bolts here. Now there is a little bit of flex. If I move this piece of wood here, there's a little bit of flex there in the plywood, but I have a plan for that. The plan being, I'm just going to set this back to this aside. The plan being is I'm probably going to take some tubing, maybe not quite this big. Going to get some smaller tubing, and I'm going to build some supports like so. That'll help support the motor, because all the suspension will be mounted off the gearbox, and the rear clip of the car that is going to actually hinge open is also going to be mounted probably somehow to the brackets on the rear gearbox. So I'm going to have a lot hanging here, so I need to you know, support it somehow. And I think it'll look cool. I could do a single support like that. I think I'm going to probably go with 2, just because it looks better. Looks more like a roll cage. Maybe I'll incorporate some other stuff into it. The front I've got fit and finish. I got the windshield cut. I got the dash in. These little pieces here, this shape, basically, so I have a 1/12 scale model, and I kind of copied the shape of the dash. I think these are a little bit too prominent. Probably cut them off a bit, round them out. The front, obviously the front, you know, we'll have the rail system off the front, made of aluminum, bolted to this. This is all ply. It's all been fiberglass, nice and solid, because we want to hinge the front like so. Probably put the control box. Not really sure where I'm going to put my fuel tank yet. It could reside, fuel tank could probably reside here. That'd be a good spot for the fuel tank. Nice little spot. But we'll set the nose aside. Set it over here. Oh, by the way, this is number 11, and I decided I would just kind of do a crazy build. The doors are going to be fully cut. They'll be hinged. They'll open and close. The back will open and close. The front will open and close. I'll lift this up so you can see. Got a whole pan in the bottom. It's all glassed in. We got the motor. I put a steel plate here. It's just epoxied at the moment. I will cover it with fiberglass. I might even put fiberglass strips down here. I still got to fiberglass this stuff here. Yeah, getting this inside there underneath the lips of the rockers, that was quite the challenge. As you can see, I had to cut a little strip so I could slide it all the way this way and then slide it back that way, because I wanted to keep it all one. My plan is to kind of finish the inside like a GT40, maybe put some bucket seats, maybe, I don't know, maybe put Ken and Barbie in there, I don't know, a couple of dummies anyway. But anyhow, yeah, so there you go. You know, you get to see this project as it's happening. Like I said, making all my own, you know, control arms. It's just something I wanted to do. Whether I keep this one or not, time will tell. Time will tell. Somebody might make me an offer on this, and I might just have to let it go. But I got some pretty cool. I got some pretty cool ideas for this one, utilizing 3 or 4 channel radio. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say what I'm doing. I'm just gonna say I got some cool ideas utilizing, you know, more than just a 2-channel radio for your, you know, your gas, your brake, and your steering. I'm thinking 3, 4 channel, because I want a few. All I'm gonna say is I want a few more things to articulate. Let's just put it that way. I think it will be pretty cool, you know, as a quarter scale replica of a GT40. As far as paint, I'll let you all guess how this one's going to be painted. I'm going to paint this one to the style I know everybody loves. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say what colors, I'm not going to say nothing. I know most of the quarter scale people out there, they already know what I'm talking about. But, so yeah, we got this project going. I've been picking away at it, but of course, like I say, the mill lathe, that's taken some time out. I just ordered casting sand, Petrobond, so I can cast my aluminum gears. Hopefully, in the next couple days, I get that back up and running, because I got lots of stuff to machine. And I actually haven't had the mill head running in a while. I actually just wired it up yesterday, started using it, and it was making some funky noises, and next thing you know, nothing was happening. And I've got this project right here. This is just a kind of a little mock-up I did. This is for a fella on the Isle of Wight, which is in the English Channel. He knows who he is. His name is Steve. I'm not even going to say his last name, because last time I screwed it up. But his name's Steve. But this is just a little mock-up. We got a 33cc. We got one of my fancy smanchy grinder makeshift rear ends, which, you know, these things work great. The gear ratio is great. This is just another build that I'm going to be working on. It's going to be a it's going to be like a, you know, 32 to 34 Ford Coupe body on it. This is actually about, this little cardboard box is actually about the size of what a quarter scale small block Chevy would be. And I had a guy down in the US 3D print me these superchargers. How I'm gonna do the block for this to sit on, I was thinking about 3D printing and all that stuff, and I'll probably just try my hand at, I'll probably just take a block of foam, carve out a, you know, small block Chevy, and probably try and incorporate it. I might even make a multi-piece split mold and make these suckers out of fiberglass, so I can kind of duplicate them over and over, and, you know, airbrush them up, make them look like a motor, you know, make headers for them. So this will just be a fakie up front, ahead of the, you know, the front firewall, and then we'll actually have the, you know, the mill in the cockpit. Got these, I got these nice alloy wheels, which I think those will make a great addition. They're little skinnies. Maybe get some different tires for them for this application. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, because this is a new project. Guy basically wants me to build him a, you know, quarter scale hot rod of some sort, and I'm kind of thinking the same wheels on the truck sitting up there on the shelf. I'm thinking nice set of primal slicks on the back, you know, 7-inch, the little skinnies on the front, 6-inch, you know, they kind of match, you know, they're kind of a 5-spoke deal going on. I think they probably look pretty good on this model. As far as if it's going to be a full body car with fenders and all that, obviously if I put the slicks on the back, I'm going to have to modify fenders, make them wider, blah blah blah, you know, all that stuff. And this is a collaboration between me and Steve across the pond, which is actually pretty cool. Looking very forward to this build. But there you have it. A little update. I like doing videos explaining kind of what I'm doing, you know, where I'm going, you know, trials and tribulations. It's like, you know, that machine over there, that's one of my main machines. I make a lot of stuff on that. And the lathe works fine. The mill, at this present moment, I kind of need it. Now, I also tried, get this, I tried to set up, I'm going to move this broom. I tried to set up my drill press. I got this, you know, double positioning vise, and I tried to do a little bit of milling on here today. And I did. I can do bores. I got a boring cutter in here now. That was how I actually put the bearings in this nice aluminum block. You know, went through a series, did a pilot hole, did a small hole, did a 5/8 hole, ran a mill cutter down through it, close to the size, put my boring tool in here, and I got them in there. They're nice. They work. But the sucker shook around like there was no tomorrow. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? You can bore holes, you can drill holes. A drill is to drill. All these little components in here, I'm going to show you. Because this happened to me today. I was trying to mill, get this. I had this big old fly cutter in there, and I was trying to mill a piece of aluminum. Yeah, see how that just fell out? It's a taper. It's just a pressure fit. It's all about drilling downward. So, oh, and the head comes off the shaft on a taper also. So, when you're trying to mill back and forth this way with a drill press, yeah, this thing tends to fall out onto your part or gouge it, or it's a drill press. It's meant to go down. Okay? It's a drill, not a mill. That's all I'm going to say. It gave me some issues today. So, there you have it. My machinery is important. Drill, not a mill. Got to get my mill fixed. So, there you have it. Little update from Sharp Customs. Share, like, subscribe. You know, comment with your ideas. I love to read people's comments. I love to reply to people's comments. And that's our video for, I guess it's an early Saturday morning now. Love you all. Peace. I'm out.